I'm finna blow the whistle on the industry real quick. In the industry, is two forms of marketing that's used heavily. It's seeding and it's clipping. Whenever you see academics, say cheese, rap, bars, etc., all posting the same thing around the same time with the same narrative, that's a seeding campaign. That means someone gave them a budget and some content and a narrative to spread to the world. These two things have been monumental and beneficial to artists like myself as well, because whenever I have a viral moment, I'm able to mass distribute the moment to the world. On the flip side of that, most of these places don't have no integrity. So as long as you got the budget, you could get them to post anything and use their platform. Yesterday, probably like 20, 30 platforms across Instagram and Twitter all posted the same clip of me at the same time with the same narrative. 30 niggas thinking the same thing, watching the same interview at the same time.
Rapper Larussell responds to the internet in a viral moment where they said on an interview that he said that Lil Wayne had no substance. But me personally, I beg the difference. And that's the thing, people. Sometimes we have to go back and look at things in context. So he woke up today and felt that he had to explain himself. Did he? Not necessarily. But he did. Being the person that he is, good decorum, seems like a good brother. Don't know him personally, but seems like a genuine brother. And what did he say? He said, hey, we have these social media outlets such as DJ Akademik, Say Cheese, and many others that are big. They help me in viral moments as far as with his career, but also on the flip side, they can turn a viral moment into something bad. And this is what's going on with Larussell right now. They're taking what he said and publishing it as if he said that Lil Wayne had no substance. But when we dig deep into the conversation that he was having when doing his interview, we would find out, like, wait a minute. He didn't diss Lil Wayne. He just said that he matured as a person and felt that Lil Wayne really wasn't saying nothing. What does that mean? Hey, Lil Wayne is saying the same thing as the other 90% of the rappers. They're talking about women. We're talking about drugs. Same old same. We're talking about shooting. We're talking about gangbanging. Same. We like to glorify the ugly side, especially the ugly side of black people. And we do it a lot through music, movies, etc. But for them to switch the narrative and make it as if this young man was dissing Lil Wayne is definitely disingenuous, because I don't see no dissing in it. And for the fans, the consumers, that means either you have selective hearing or you don't know how to listen in context. Because that shows that, hey, it's no context to what you said that you think you're hearing. And that's why we have this split. We have so many people saying, no, Larussell is right. He said what he said. And we have other people saying, Larussell, he don't know what he talking about. He ain't nobody. No, he is somebody. He made it from the ground up by himself, started in his backyard, the Bay Area way. See, that's what you got to understand. The Bay Area is a different animal. They do it like nobody do it. You know what I mean? In this music world especially. The Bay gets down. They get hyphy. They create movements. And that's what they do in that Yay area. You know what I mean? But for these social media sites to use their influence to make it as if this man disrespected a legend like Lil Wayne is really terrible and it ain't cool. Y'all gonna get up here and try to change this man's narrative. That's why, people, you have to go back and listen to the interview yourself and listen to it with an open mind and listen to it in context. He said, hey, I had a disdain for Lil Wayne after being a Lil Wayne fan. That's how I learned how to write punchlines, through Lil Wayne. He said, but then he figured out what? I wasn't writing songs right. Why? Because he was just punching. So when he developed his own style of writing music, he was like, oh, music is more than just punching. Rapping is more than just punch. And so in developing his style, he said, you know what, I'm going to make this thing and give it that Bay Area swag to it, which that's what he did. And that's why he's cooking like he's cooking. And then secondly, people, they're making these accusations about this young man, in my humble pie, because he's signed to Roc Nation now. So when people have disdain for a company or a brand and you sign to that brand, they're going to put you under the microscope. And you have to be careful at how you speak. But even when you listen to Larussell speak, he speaks pretty slow. Not fast, not slow, but slow enough where he's listening and then responding. So he knows everything that's being said because he's hearing what's been asked. But they took this thing and they ran with it. And being big, they were able to influence other people to run with it. And this is what he's talking about in his response clip. So we're going to check out what he said in the actual interview and see what was really said. We're going to break this thing down in context, because what I did, I took all the things out of it that were not relevant to the conversation that's going viral, which is him saying Lil Wayne had no substance. So we're going to go through that. So we're going to be stopping in a few spots to see, did he say Lil Wayne had no substance?
What was like the initial introduction to music? Like, I'm going to do this, I want to make music. Like, when did it click for you way before all of that?
One of my earliest memories is my sister. My sister used to like write raps, and we had this boombox, and she would like, my dad always burned CDs, so we'd be listening like Knock If You Buck, and we used to just write raps. She'd be like, write a rap with me. Right. We'd rap it to my mom and my cousin in the kitchen. And I think, from that I just got an affinity for writing. And I used to just always keep a notebook. I would always be writing. I'd be in class writing. Right. Like I couldn't escape it. I just really enjoyed to write at that time. And then I found Lil Wayne. One of the homies put me on Wayne, and it was like bars. I used to have a notebook, just bars. Right. I never knew how to write songs then. I just knew how to write punchline.
One of the homies put him on what? Wayne. And he learned how to write what? Bars, punches. Come on, people.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and I just really grew like a love for writing. I when I finally was able to write songs about my life, it opened my entire world up, because I was like, oh, I've been using it wrong. Right. Like, I was just writing punchline. I didn't know that I could like express myself and share what I'm feeling. That changed everything for me.
What was your introduction to Wayne?
Man, that's tough.
Mine was Back That Ass Up. 9-9.
Oh yeah, of course. But that's the, so there's two introductions to Wayne. Yeah. There's an introduction to Wayne that's through culture and your parents that you have no merit in. Right. And then there's an introduction when you get to like dive. And mine's, I think it was like The Drought 2. I remember specifically what was the damn song? It was something on The Drought too. My partner had an iPod. He was like one of the first people I knew with a laptop and an iPod, and he just was like, listen to this. And that was like my reintroduction to like, man, dedication mixtapes, The Droughts. Like I just got immersed.
No ceilings.
Man,
did
this
drop
was
too.
pre No Ceilings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Carter, the
The
Carter
Carter.
1 and Carter 2 were amazing.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think that was like my
Like Father, Like
reintroduction.
Son, the Birdman album is kind of amazing. Too,
I'm glad
actually.
we're like positively talking about Lil Wayne because our last guest shat on Lil Wayne so hard.
Man,
And I take
Our
Wayne
ex-
slander
yeah.
personal. Like
I love Wayne so much, but I,
was like-
you know, I had a moment in my journey where I had grew a disdain for Wayne, just because I started listening to everything. Like, I started maturing as a human, and I'm like, damn, this nigga wasn't talking about nothing for a long time. And
I
like,
think that's
you.
what
I
his
asked him
argument
about that.
was.
you know, like
Yeah.
as someone who like grew up in these communities,
Right.
and grew up with homies who I seen want to be Bloods because they following Wayne and want to be gangster and want to shoot all the gun bar and shit.
Right.
Like, I've seen the negative that he contributed to the community, and I had to look like, man, what are the songs where he really talked about something and gave? And out of 1,000-song catalog, you know, it's minute on this end.
It's like Georgia Bush.
And
Right.
that do bother you. Man, Tie My Hands.
That's
One
what
of the
I was
greatest
gonna say.
records
Tie
that-
My Hands
right?
is the only one I
and
could
that,
think
and,
of.
and that's the thing. It's like, if I hug you once, but I slap the shit out you 1,000 times, you know, your affinity for me is going. You're probably gonna remember me for
Right.
this. And a lot of people don't. You know, as I mature, a lot of my old favorite artists, I'm now like, damn.
yeah.
Like, I love you because I learned how to rap to you, but when you look at the contribution, it's like, man. But he was also a kid.
Yeah,
Wayne
this
was
is
a
true.
kid.
yeah.
He was like 14, 15 when he came
Man,
out.
a kid. He was adopted by gangsters,
Yeah.
indoctrinated to a whole
Adopted
system.
by the
who-
projects. Yeah.
It was like he gave everything he could, and I love Wayne. He gave everything he could,
Yeah.
and he contributed so much to the culture. You feel me?
Yeah,
Facts.
for sure.
Now, did the man just say he contributed so much to the culture? Meaning, he had to have some substance to contribute. See, people, don't let nobody tell you the story and put it out of context without you listening to it and seeing what's the context. But still, at the end of the day, we like what we like. These are two different artists. So after watching this clip, let me know what you think about it. Was he saying Wayne had no substance? Or was he just using it in a scenario of what happened with him and how he matured? Let me know. Leave a like, a comment, share, subscribe, and you know what it is. If we know better, we'll do better. This is the new Zenu, North, East, West, South, unite from every alley and Cali, intersection and back street. Subscribe to the channel and leave a thumbs up on your way out the door.
None of them have ever posted anything from me. They ain't posted when I paid rent in my hood. They ain't posted when I bought out restaurants. They ain't posted when I helped these kids. They ain't post nothing I've ever done. But randomly, they all watching this interview and decided we should post this. And the title says, Larussell says this about Lil Wayne after signing to Jay-Z. That's somebody with a budget in content in the narrative saying, hey, go run this. Niggas want to try to tarnish what a nigga built, but you can't. The problem is God chose me, nigga. Man can't stop what God put in motion. And niggas can spin it however, but you know, my message wasn't even out of malice. I love Wayne. Man, I wouldn't be the rapper I am today without. He inspired me to do so much. He inspired me to have bars. But he also inspired me to...
Star child, I never
Never seen the sunshine like this.
I never
Never seen